Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go to the cryptocurrency market, even though I got the SP 500 index on the chart, but it's going to be very short, guys. Don't worry about that. All right. But I'm going to show you some evidence, proof, some good proof and data that, cryptocurrency market, in my opinion, and probably the other markets too, more than likely here at the S&P 500, going to continue in a bullish trend right here, possibly. Okay. May just be seen with the S&P, but your first clue was this. Once the S&P broke that, and your second clue was, when Bitcoin started doing that. Now, with Bitcoin, there is that argument that's right at resistance, and this is going to dump. And there's a psychological warfare going on in these markets, guys, because, some of them really didn't. This took them by surprise. Okay. This took them by surprise. But the other thing is, too, if you look at it from a bullish perspective, you have what? You do have a head and shoulders pattern there, possibly could be forming. Inverse head and shoulders, excuse me, okay? So Bitcoin could be going into possibly a pretty strong wave. Now, what's the evidence that I have? Well, what you want to do is compare relatable assets, maybe to other assets. Like, I'm not going to go really find out too much more about Bitcoin by going over and looking at the Johnson & Johnson chart or Nortel Networks or even Amazon, okay? Is there a little bit of relation? There is a little bit of a relationship because they're both volatile, higher risk assets, but that's pretty much about it. But the one you can compare it to is MicroStrategy, okay? Because they have primarily Bitcoin in their portfolio. And you can see when they start getting their Bitcoin, had a massive blast up there. February of 21 or March of 21 is when they've been in a correction. This is another reason why I'm in a, when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum, what they did on their wave ending in November of 21, was that a corrective move up or was that an impulse move? We're really not going to know until 2023 is probably over with, guys. And then we'll have conclusive evidence and proof wherever they are in their wave sequence. But it's been in a correction for a while, almost 2 years, you could say. And it's gone all the way down and corrected 90%. Okay. And more than likely, in my opinion, with the swing that MicroStrategy did, it finished. It hit my target box. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and put it on a line chart so you can see a little bit better. It wicked right down to my target box that I had been waiting for it to get down to those areas for months, okay, to get an idea when Bitcoin was going to bottom, okay? And it's a nice three-wave swing from here, a three-wave swing, and a three-wave swing, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an ABC move right there, okay? And now it's whizzed out of there, okay? But the bears, they want it to go back down here. And it's probably not going to go back down there because this is an impulse move off the bottom, guys. That's a strong impulse move. This is an impulse move too, but this was a fake out. I remember this. People got excited by MicroStrategy. Even IA, Invest Answers, did too, but it was a flat. You can see it. A, B, bam, C. You see that? But this one is not a flat. That's not a flat. More than likely, that's a bottom. So let's take a look at MicroStrategy right there, guys. And on a daily chart, I'm going to go to a daily chart, put it on the candles, and just looking at the daily, see its highest peak there, and the RSI is right there. So it probably had an extended third wave. This is kind of complicated. So I'm just going to say that's the third wave. It came down for a fourth, and it went up for a fifth. And you got your bearish divergence. So more than likely here with MicroStrategy, you got a 1, 2, and then you got an extended third wave, came back down for a fourth and ripped off its fifth. You get your bearish divergence, right? Okay. So more than likely, MicroStrategy might be in some sort of correction. probably right to this area, right in there, guys, is where it's going to be heading to. Okay. And what would that do? Well, at a minimum, you got A, B, C, or it's starting on to something 1, 2, and going into a third wave. Okay. So what does that tell me about Bitcoin? Well, more than likely, Bitcoin went up into a wave, kind of like MicroStrategy went to a wave. It's going to correct, okay? And it's going to do another wave sequence over there because those are the rules. Those are the rules. 5 wave sequences can't be by themselves, okay? Can't be by themselves. And could you get a flat out of that? Very difficult, to. It'd have to be you could say it's very difficult to get a flat out of that, but you could wing some sort. Here's the flat, guys. I'll show you. This is what a flat looks like right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the flat move right there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the flat. And it came down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Complete that sequence, and it's over here now. Okay, guys? That's how I'm looking at it with MicroStrategy. So more than likely, if MicroStrategy is in a bullish sequence, what do you think the odds are that Bitcoin will be going into one or another one? Okay. So the other asset you could bounce some ideas off of is GBTC, right over here, guys. GBTC. All right. This is one I was paying close attention to in this area, waiting for it to. So I have it on the line chart. We have it on candles because it's touched all those areas. Okay, guys? I'm put it back on the line chart. I was watching it through this area, and I finally decided to do a bottom over there. This one was really getting irritated, but it's the same thing. All it has in its portfolio is what? Bitcoin, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. And it's been in a correction since January of 21 and did a massive move down there, right? Like this, a 3-wave swing, okay? And this is a legitimate pattern that can happen, contrary to popular opinion. People, I don't like those patterns because they don't happen that often. Well, they do happen, and they do exist. 1, 2, 3, I refer 4, and it could be going up into a 5th wave. Kind of like what I'm suspecting with Binance Coin. Think about this, guys, right? Binance Coin's going up into a 5th. Ethereum could be going up into a 5th. What's another coin that's going up into a 5th? I can't think of any off the top of my head. Let me look at my list here. I'm gonna go through my list. Another 5, one that's wanting to rip off a 5th wave. Can't think of anything right now, guys, off the top of my head, but I thought there's another one in there somewhere. But anyhow, the second biggest cryptocurrency possibly going into a 5th. We just don't know yet. Going into a 5th, right? And what are the chances that Bitcoin could be doing it too, if you think about that? So that's how I look at that. And the other reason is too, if you look at the top here, when did it peak? February 21, okay? MicroStrategy, same thing. Same time frame, about February of 21. So it all comes into question about Bitcoin and its wave that it did up there in that area. You know, this is the peak area with the most waves, with the most momentum over here. Okay. So that's the discrepancy that I have with Bitcoin. But back to GBTC. So GBTC made this massive correction. Okay. And then, so you can't do this with GBTC right here, right? So you can't go like, oh, well, I'm going to wait for GBTC to get to $42 and then I got confirmation that it's bullish. That would probably be not very smart. However, I will give credence due where it's due right here with this asset. Miss Wood from ARK Invest decided to purchase some right here. From what I understand, she's purchasing a little bit more right here of this asset. Okay. And I'm sure she just didn't look at a chart like I'm looking at going, hey, that looks pretty good. I'm sure she thoroughly investigated that, guys, to be able to be buying that asset. And the other thing is too, since you don't have the data right here, you could take the trend. Okay. So right here with GBTC is the peak. Okay. So now this is the trend. This is the trend. This is its downtrend, okay, or its correction. And here's the correction right here, okay? And it broke it, and now you have a back test, Okay. Now you have a back test right there. Could it come back down and do another more of a test? It could, but that is, in my opinion, a pretty darn good signal for it changing a trend and going into another sequence. Okay. Where's it going to head to? Up to all-time highs? Just don't know yet, guys. It might only go up 50%, and it could be some massive, massive correction. Okay. That's what it would be doing. All right. If you think about that, it would be a three-wave swing. I would assume this would go up at least 50% up into these areas, guys, in my opinion, for this amount of time and length and magnitude of this correction, and go up there. And then you'd have another one of these over here, and it wouldn't look good long-term for this asset. Okay, because you'd have to take another one of these and go over here, and then something of this time would be over here. So 2 years, 6 months, and 2 more years over here. Okay, that's what bears are saying about that. Okay, if it's going up to do that. All right, just letting you guys know about that situation right there. And now we're going to go to a daily chart, take a look at GBTC. And GBTC, it appears that it went up into some sort of bullish sequence. Let me go to a 4-hour chart, get a look at this. 4-hour chart, you got a third wave peak. Okay, so GBTC is kind of in the same area as Bitcoin in a way. If you take a look at this 1, 2, and then your third wave peak is right there, and this is probably your fifth, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a 3-wave swing right there. So it could have corrected its whole cycle right there, and it came deep enough in the RSI to do that. Down here in the 4-hour, you can check that out. There's the cycle, like so, and it broke it. So it's possibly into something new, and you just want to see where this is going to correct to right here. If that's a 5-wave impulse, it looks impulsive to me, and it's coming down to correcting a 3-wave swing, more than likely. Okay, just have to see how that's going to play out. But with GBTC, it could be bullish, very bullish, actually, guys. You could have, here would be your 1, your 2, and it's going into that wave right there, guys, or it's ABC. Okay, so either way. Okay, so then you have the potential start over here on GBTC of a 1, and then the 2 can come all the way down there. Remember, the 2s can go very deep, and it'd be going into that wave sequence over there, guys. So this would be a 3rd, 4th, 5th, or something like that. Okay, so more than likely, through the process of elimination, I'm going to put it back on a line chart, see it a little bit better. Okay, just want to see where this is going to correct to. If it breaks that, the sequence could have ended here, and then this is possibly ABC over here too. You have a few options with this asset. But either way, if GBTC is going up and then it corrects and it's going to be going into another one for a 5, 3, 5 move, or ABC, or 1, 2, 3. Same thing with MicroStrategy, guys, over here. Same thing over here. So that means more than likely Bitcoin is in the process of doing the same thing over here and getting prepped for that, because I made in a previous video how this could be a bullish correction for Bitcoin. Just looking at how it's correcting right now. The targets I'm looking for is at 23.2 to start, and as deep as 22,276 for Bitcoin, guys. It's actually it looks like, if it just stops in this area, then it's a flat. This would be your ABC flat move. So it's probably not going to be an expanded flat, but the bearishness would be 1, 2. It's coming down for 3, 4, 5 ABC, and then keep on swinging down. But so far, guys, in my opinion, with Bitcoin, looking at this, all right, I'm putting on a line chart once again. Swinging back down there, getting nice and deep in that RSI, making that hidden bullish divergence in this area, guys. I explained this in previous videos. You want to be careful of that area because it could be setting itself up to swinging back up this way. Okay, it's going to be a correction in here. You got to realize too, in this area, okay, with Bitcoin, these corrections can get complex. So ABC, ABC, ABC over here. So you hanging out in here for a long while, going up, down, kind of like it did over here. Okay, and it could do that too, just to waste more time or whatever it needs to do. So just because you have an ABC doesn't mean it's done. It can go complex. And if it does another 3-wave swing, well, you can count on another 3-wave swing like this, guys. does a three-wave. So let's say it's a three-wave swing. It could do another three-wave swing, and then it could do another three-wave swing, and then it finally finishes over here or down here or something like that, guys. Takes up the time, and then, you know, people get bored out of the market. What's it doing? My altcoins aren't going up, and then boom, it can get out of there just like that, guys. All right. That's how I'd be looking at it with Bitcoin. And Ethereum is the same thing too, because if Bitcoin is going to be going up into some sort of move like that, then Ethereum will be too. And Ethereum actually looks a lot better, creating that hidden bullish divergence down here, guys, on that 4-hour chart, in my opinion. So Ethereum looks like it's going to be doing a more just like a regular ABC, ABC. Okay. But the ABC looks like it's going to be 1.618, the length. The C wave is going to be that 1.618, the length, the times of the A wave. It looks like it's not going to be a flat. You just have to check the fibs. Have to check the fibs on Ethereum and check it. Well, right now it's sitting at 1-to-1. Right now it's sitting at 1-to-1. So it just ABC. It looks like this is a lot longer than that right there, because that wick. Okay. But you know, it can get down here and here and here are the targets I'm looking for on Ethereum. And the same thing with Bitcoin. The same thing with GBTC. Same thing with MicroStrategy, guys. So everything's pointing towards greener pastures going into the summer of 2023 in the cryptocurrency market, in my opinion, until I get more evidence that this is actually going to be going bearish and going back down to 10K. And I'm not seeing it, guys. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.